Cheryl, it's your work as a campaign group which has led to John Lewis changing its labels. Why?
That's right. Well, we feel that labels are very restrictive because you're putting girls into boxes and saying your girls are passive, pretty and pink often, and boys are sort of boisterous and tough and here comes trouble. And actually there's a lot more to children than that, you know, across the whole spectrum. And the big misconception is that we're removing gender and saying, oh, come on boys, go and wear a dress. And we're actually not saying that. We're just removing the labels to give them more choice so that you can go up to the jumper aisle and go through the whole spectrum of the jumpers.
Well, you're not removing labels. The labels say boys and girls.
That's right. So
by the dresses.
Yeah, no. So the key point there is instead
well, that's the key point, isn't it?
No, it's saying.
Why would you want boys to look at a bunch of dresses and think that's what I should wear at home?
Let me explain, Piers.
Do you want all boys to wear dresses?
No, this is the point.
Why would you have the labels out there?
So it's instead of saying girls or boys, it now says girls and boys.
Why?
Because then it gives more choice, and people are honing in on...
Why do you want to give all the boys in Britain a choice to wear dresses? I'm curious.
It's not about that. It really isn't.
Why else would you do it?
Because with labels, what happens is lots of girls are having lower self-esteem as a result of being boxed in to this kind of pretty thing based on their looks.
How many girls have actually complained about being targeted with dresses?
Lots of... I'll give you as an example. My daughter would go down the girls' aisle and go, actually, Mum, I can't find anything that I want to wear. So we'd go down the boys' aisle and she'd go, oh, Mum, how come boys get all the cool stuff? She loves Spider-Man, she loves football. So that... if you've got a child who doesn't fit the stereotype, this is actually saying, look, you're not wrong to like football. It's not just for boys.
Which, Caroline, defiantly in pink, I noticed this morning, is completely reasonable, isn't it? This isn't... We can describe this about suggesting that boys should be wearing dresses. Frankly, if they want to, why not?
Well, hang on, wait. You've got 3 sons.
Yeah.
You're going to be happy for your boys to come back in a bunch of dresses, eh?
It's not about me.
That's actually what it's about.
Sons.
That's exactly what this is
there
about.
There are boys... My boys have never expressed an interest in wearing
dresses. But if they
dresses.
wanted to suddenly wear dresses, you'd be happy with that?
If I had a little boy who wanted to wear a dress...
Yeah?
Yeah. Why is this a problem, according to you?
OK, well, so there's no problem with girls wanting to wear dinosaurs or space rockets or dungarees. My children do it all the time, and this is not a new thing. This dress you've held up there, my 13-year-old had a very similar one from a different retailer who I won't name, when she was 4 or 5. So there's no problem in and amongst that dress, but it is a girl's dress. What is so wrong about this? There's 2 things. It actually enforces a subtle type of sexism, because why can't you have a T-shirt which says Future Scientist on, which is a girl's T-shirt? Are we saying that there's no such thing as female scientists or female geniuses?
Behind the campaign?
But maybe
they should be available to girls.
If you think that there should be more, you know, that girls' ranges should be more diverse, make the girls' ranges more diverse. What this speaks to is a really insidious ideology which says that boys and girls are the same. It's a blurring of genders. It's a blurring of sex, and it's not fair on children, because also as well, you ask any mums of any boys, I've got 4 girls and a boy, actually there's far less choice for boys in a way. It's very difficult to find classic, plain boys' clothes, you know, not tight, skinny trousers. When I speak to mums, that's what they want. They want classic boys' clothing. Now, if you don't like the gendered stuff for girls, and I have to admit, I'm not a big one on the slogans, just don't buy it.
I'll tell you what, it's about letting clothes be clothes, letting kids be kids, giving them choice, getting rid of the limitations, because what we're doing in this society is feeding these gender stereotypes, which is
we've done a poll. Here's the live result. You'll be unsurprised to hear the nation agrees with me. 15% of you said yes, John Lewis are quite right to get rid of all gender labels, but 85% of the British public said, Piers, you're absolutely right. No, we would like girls' and boys' clothes to remain separate. Here's my thing about this. I've had 3 sons, and I've now got a little daughter of 5, right? Yeah. They are completely different.
That's right.
I'm sorry. This idea they're now all the same is nonsense. My sons never showed any interest in ever wearing dresses.
They're individuals, though, aren't they?
My daughter wears 20 dresses a day with her female friends.
I feel like you've been drowned out in this conversation.
I've got 4 girls and a boy, OK? And the one thing I was saying before, so after having 4 girls, I thought in my house, was completely toddler-proof and completely child-proof. Suddenly, my son came along and he is a completely different being altogether. My 4 girls are very, very diverse. I've got one who loves dungarees, one who loves dresses. But my son, you know, he is so much more physical. He's stronger, he's got a different body mass. Boys are different to girls. It's because they've been exposed to more testosterone in the womb. There are physical differences. And there's another issue with boys that isn't being picked up. So 2 years ago, there was a Save the Children report, and it showed that boys, aged 5-year-old boys, girls are twice as likely to start school with the right verbal and, you know, the right skills ready for school. Boys, little boys are being really, really failed. You know, they're starting school without the same skills as girls. The health visitor said to me, my son's got a speech delay, health visitor said to me, well, that's typical of boys. Now, I don't think that putting a boy in a dress or kind of trying to get rid of masculinity and saying that masculinity is a toxic thing, everyone should be the same.
Completely agree with you. Why can't we let boys be boys and girls be girls? And by the way,
kids be kids. That's the whole point. That we're letting kids be kids, and boys are having less emotional intelligence because they're being told to be tough.
Cheryl, Caroline, another great debate.